Hello, everybody. It's week 13, day 2. Please have a look at my Google slideshow so that you know what you need to do over the weekend and next week. Hey, you can watch these slides again at your leisure. So week 13, day 2, preparing for your persuasive presentation. There's a common English proverb, and it is to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. This is when you achieve 2 things by doing a single action. For example, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by posting a letter in the post box when we go to the shopping mall. What you should be doing now. You should be doing a lot of listening and reading so that you find the listening and reading assessments easier. You can write down what you listen to and what you read in your logbooks. Some of you haven't done logbook 2, and none of you have done logbook 3 yet. You've got time to do logbook 3, but the people who haven't done logbook 2, please do it. Then you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You can practice listening to academic topics, reading about academic topics, and also put them in your logbooks. You should be working on your Google slide presentation for your persuasive speech. You have been emailed a sheet about how to do this. I've emailed you instructions about how to use Google Slides, and I've managed to use it. And you know that you know a lot more about computers than I do. So if I've managed to do it, I'm sure you can too. You can do a PowerPoint, a Microsoft Office PowerPoint, if you have that program and know how to use it, if you don't want to use Google Slides. You should have chosen your last essay's topic, which is a problem and solution topic. It's 1,000 words, and you should be doing some research so you can start writing that next weekend. Now, as for the persuasive presentations, you need to have persuasive language in them. You need to sound enthusiastic about your topic. You need to have done some research so you have some facts and figures to back up your argument. You should not have a lot of words on your slides. You should not read. You can only have a cue card. You should ask if there are any questions at the end of your presentation and answer them. You should proofread your slides for spelling, grammar, and vocabulary mistakes. And you should have a reference page at the end of your slides. Okay, I'm going to show you a simple one that I've made with Google Slides. So it doesn't have to be super amazing. I made this one in about an hour. If you know a lot about computers, that's fine. But it just has to be neat and tidy and easily read. So you want to have fairly large fonts and not too many colors and no really bright colors that are going to make everybody go blind while they're watching your presentation. So here's my example. It's just a very simple example, and nobody can do this topic. All right? Nobody can do this topic. This is my example one. So I've decided to do why school uniforms should be compulsory. I will do a sample presentation for you over the weekend and record it so that you can watch it. This time I'm just showing you my simple Google slide presentation. So why school uniforms should be compulsory, and then I've got my name there. Next slide, I've got a couple of pictures of school uniforms. It's a bit long, I have to fix that one up. And I just talk about school uniforms for a little while in general. And then I go on to talk about why school uniforms should be compulsory. You can see there, I just have a few words or some phrases to help me remember what to talk about. I don't put full sentences and paragraphs onto my slides. And I might have something like this to make people think. What would you rather your child wore to school? Hmm? I think most parents would prefer that their children wore a school uniform than those short shorts and a little t-shirt. Um, and those are the sorts of things that are fashionable now. And then I have my references. I've used 3 references, 2 website articles and an online newspaper article. All right, you might like to use a WhatsApp clip, a couple of web pages, something like that, a newspaper article, and a couple of website pages. All right, not just website pages. And you don't have to use a lot. 2 or 3 is fine. I'm sure you can find enough to talk about the subject you've chosen for 10 minutes with 2 or 3 sources. Okay, be 3 sources is enough. Maybe 3. Go for 3 just in case you need something up your sleeve. All right, so I'll do an example for you over the weekend, and that will be available for you to look at on Monday. But for now, you should be doing lots of listening and reading to prepare for your listening and reading assessments, and putting what you did in your logbook, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You should be doing some research for your final assessment, essay assessment, 1,000 words, problem and solution. You have already been given the topics. I think you should have chosen a topic by now. And you need to do your presentation, your Google slide presentation, just as I've shown you here. And you can start thinking about what you're going to say. All right, well, you can work on that more next week, but early next week, because we're going to start doing them late next week. All right, everybody, thank you very much and have a great weekend.